most famous physical therapist on the internet.
All right. Hi, folks. I'm Bob Shaw, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together, we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Turn my mic on now so you can hear me. Today, we're going to talk about how to sleep all night without being awakened from snoring or dry mouth. Those are two different issues. We're going to go over them separately. We're also going to talk about some home remedies.
Right, absolutely, Bob. If one of your family members or someone in the house has got problems with snoring or dry mouth, and both my wife and I have dealt with this, I don't know if the aging process or what, but it's an issue in our house, and I want to share what we've learned, but I know we're not the only ones.
Well, this is where our audience is going to start to benefit from us getting older, because as we get things, we're going to do videos on them, or as our family members. So we're going to be doing lots of things as we age.
And it's because we care, Bob.
Yeah, we care. So, by the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com. and go to the giveaway section, because we're always giving something away. Every week we're having a contest.
What are we doing?
This week we're giving away the wall anchor.
Oh.
So this anchor you attach to your wall, and you can easily attach resistance bands to them, so you can work out with them.
Yeah, not an anchor on a boat.
No, not an anchor on a boat or an anchor around your neck. So you can go to Facebook. The contest will also be pinned to the top of the page, our Facebook page. Go to Twitter or Instagram or TikTok if you want a 60-second version of our program. All right, Brad.
Well, first of all, I think what we want to do, or what I decided to do, is, because it's our show and it's my choice on this one, I tackle snoring.
Snoring first.
Right.
Big problem for a lot of people.
Exactly right. If you don't snore, someone in your house, and either way it can affect the whole house.
Right.
Like I was telling you earlier, when my daughter was, before she left the house, actually, she didn't just leave.
She went to college.
We kept her awake many nights from our snoring. Not just me, but my wife as well. And so it's a problem. So why do you snore? It happens because when you fall asleep, the muscles in your throat, they relax, and with open mouth breathing, it starts to get these vibrations. And, it can be like, my dad always joked, it's a chainsaw,
Right.
How many cords of wood did you cut last night, Dad?
Yeah. I had a friend that stayed at our cabin. It was unreal. Yeah. It was a phenomena. I mean,
did you hand out earplugs?
Oh, I had doors shut and you could hear them. I mean, yeah. I think the town was complaining.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, right. So
that would make the news. Seriously, you can get this looked at by a doctor.
I think you should.
You can talk to them. One thing they might do, we're not doing this video to promote this necessarily, because you probably don't need it, but sometimes a sleep study, you go in and you actually sleep, and they hook you up and look at your heart rate and monitor you as you sleep. Well,
I want to just say this, Brad. It often is a sign of sleep apnea, and sleep apnea is not to be taken lightly. I mean, it can lead to a lot of medical issues.
Right. So. I've heard people say, I'm not willing to accept this personally yet, but if I ever need one, because I don't want to be hooked up to a thing. But I know many people said once they got a CPAP, they realized
how much sleep they were missing out on.
Well, they'd wake up in the morning with so much more energy,
right?
Because they weren't oxygen deprived that slight amount for 8 hours. So that's one possible thing. Oral devices, they make custom ones that you can put in your mouth that
appliances that are custom made for your mouth, right?
Exactly. Or worst case scenario, surgery. But we're looking at, you feel pretty confident, you're a healthy person, but you got this snoring thing. Maybe you could just try something simple that the worst it's going to do is not help.
Sure.
Help the snoring. One of the harder things, if you happen to be a heavier person, if you lose some weight, that can reduce some of the soft tissue.
Yeah, we're talking about the ones that are going to be very difficult to do.
Yeah, that one's not a...
We know everybody wants to lose weight.
Right. Stop smoking. That's a tough one,
Another tough one.
Yep.
You all know it. But a lot of you aren't able to do it. It's like a monkey on your back quite often.
Don't worry, we're saving the easy one for last.
Yeah.
So just hang in there, folks. Allergies, if you're dealing with allergies, if you can get a medication that eliminates
that's an easier one.
That is. But this is the one, because my wife and I decided to go all the way to the very easiest one. A good friend of mine was having problems with this. Well, he was going through a cancer treatment, and his dry mouth was
Well, we're talking about snoring first.
snoring. We're getting to that,
Yeah.
But tape your mouth, and you know where he learned it from? And I found out this is where you're going to find a lot of these tricks. Is not from a medical doctor, but from a dentist.
Yeah, because the dentist, this is his area of study.
Right.
Actually, the oral cavity, the
Right,
oral.
that's all they do.
So you didn't mention sleeping on your side though, Brad.
Oh, thank you for reminding me,
You
Bob.
could try sleeping on your side,
Yeah,
and there
that can
also
help.
have those nasal strips. You said your wife tried those.
Exactly. She put those little things that they're kind of spring loaded. You tape them down, and they're not that expensive. And then they change, and we don't know for sure.
That it helped.
Well, what happened was she put those on as well as taping them out.
Couldn't she breathe?
Yes, I'm going to show you in just a little bit here. But yeah, I slept like a baby. She was quiet all night long. I had to
Wow.
wake up a couple of times to make sure she was alive.
Yeah. Well,
Well, you wonder.
you taped her nose shut and you taped her mouth shut. Yeah, I would wonder if she's alive too.
Seriously, for the tape, you can just use a little baby, one of those little skinny Band-Aids.
For you on the podcast, yeah, all he has is just a little thin piece of tape.
It's
and
about
he's-
a quarter inch wide and maybe an inch long. And I'm doing this so you can see it. Actually, she used Scotch tape.
Did she really?
Yeah, I've done that too. I mean, I've done this too because I'm guilty of snoring.
You may want to get some tape that's for the skin that is hypersensitive, because you could start to break the skin down.
See, because I can talk with this and I can breathe through here.
Sure.
So it doesn't choke you. And there's a skinny little tape because if something happens where you want to open it,
It breaks right
it
open.
breaks off very
Right.
easily. So
No, it just went into your mouth.
one
Lord.
time we woke up, we didn't know what my wife's tape was. Did you swallow it?
Oh,
You know,
jeez.
it was okay. We found it. So, anyways, yeah, there you go.
So
Give it a try.
now, do you sleep on your side or you sleep on your back a lot?
A little bit of both. I can't sleep on my side very long because my back starts to be uncomfortable.
Sure.
Then I go back to my back. But yeah, I'm definitely snoring. But I have a dry mouth issue. That's our
Sure.
next
That's the
topic
second part 2 of this video and podcast.
of the
is talking
saga
about
that's
the dry
going
mouth.
on at our house as well as
In
other
Brad's
houses.
world.
Yeah. Now,
So-
the thing about dry mouth is the medical term is xerostomia.
Xerostomia. I know stomia means opening.
Yep. And I didn't look up xero. It's probably a Latin word. And it's one of those words that tricky because it starts with an X, but it sounds like a Z. That kind of thing bothers me. So if
Sure.
you're an English major out there and you know why they do that, I want a comment or two explaining that.
Sure.
So xerostomia, dry mouth, the causes of it. Now, this is different than snoring. This is something I really think you should talk to your doctor about to clarify any problems. If you're diabetic, it may be associated with it. If you had a stroke, which you would probably know, that could be it. Or medications.
Yeah, we see that a lot.
Any of your medications
yeah.
can cause dry mouth. Sometimes we have a saliva gland that has a problem.
Sure.
You want to get that checked out. And again, the dentist is probably the better source for
Sure.
this than a medical doctor, unless you got the medications from the medical doctor.
Right.
Um,
It's a good one to bring up with the doctor,
Yeah.
either one, and see what they think.
Right. If you're a healthy person, you're not taking meds. In my case, that's why I feel. As far as I know, I'm healthy, and I keep track of myself. I sleep with my mouth open, and that's why I snore. But then it's dry in the house. We don't have a dehumidifier going right now. Actually, we have a dehumidifier.
You want a humidifier.
A
going.
humidifier,
Right.
right? So I've got this dry air going in and out of my mouth, and you ever wake up and my mouth feels like sandpaper?
Sure.
Everything in there. It's like the first time it happened, I felt like I was afraid. I thought I didn't know if I
Really?
could talk again.
Wow.
So I went to the,
What a tragedy that would be.
well, I went and I got some water and it started to saturate like a sponge. Ugh. It went back to normal. I felt
Sure.
pretty good. But anyways, it is a little scary if you never had it happen. It's just dry as can be.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyways, put water by your bed. The first little home
Sure.
remedy. So you just wake up, drink some water, and go back to bed. A humidifier in your bedroom can be
Sure.
a nice way to help so it doesn't dry up like the Sahara Desert. And then, of course, no alcohol or caffeine within a few hours before you go to bed.
Right. And we also forgot to mention that's actually for snoring too. 'cause,
Right. I'm sorry.
Alcohol can often enhance that.
So
the
we had
relaxation.
move our happy hour, from 6 o'clock until 3 o'clock to eliminate that
Here we go.
possibility.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So
And then again, the same thing. And this actually,
you tried the tape for
Yeah.
this too.
I gotta admit, it worked. I think it worked better for snoring than because I will find myself breathing in this way. So I get it not near as bad, but there's still a little dry mouth issues with this. But it's again, it's worth a try. It may do very well for a lot
So
of
the
people.
obvious joke is, Brad, has your
What?
wife requested that you wear the tape all day long and maybe a bigger piece? I mean, I'm sure that's come across her mind.
It's pretty funny. You go to bed, get the tape.
Yeah, get the tape. It's time to
No,
put the
the
tape
tape.
in place.
Yeah, it makes life in the bedroom amazing. So,
The-
anyways,
the stuff that you have to do when you get older, I'll tell you,
That's right.
it's
sleep well, quietly, and enjoy a
and
nice.
remember, Brad and I can
Oh,
fix
yeah.
just about anything.
Except for.
We fix snoring and everything else, but we can't fix a broken heart.
There you go. Good luck with this. We made a little humor out of it, but that's life.